everyone, my name is Chloe. Welcome to the start of another reading vlog. So this one is starting a little funny because I'm just leaving the dentist and I had to get a crown on one of my teeth. So like this half of my face is numb right now. I am a clencher, I guess. So at night while I'm sleeping, I clench my teeth and it's like wearing away the back teeth. And so I had to have a crown on this one, and yeah, so that was fun. This morning has been kind of a crazy morning. If you can tell, it is raining a lot. Both girls are kind of grouchy, and so I handed them off and came to the dentist. So fun day. So now I'm about to head home, but last night was the end of the reading rush, and so I started The Other Side of the Story by Marian Keyes. And so far so good. This one is very Marian Keyes style. It's very slow. There's not a whole lot happening, but it's a deep character study of each of the characters. So far we have met Gemma, and she is like an event planner type thing, and her parents just not divorced, but her dad left her mom, and so her mom is not coping, and so she is having to stay with her mom and help, and so it's all that story. Then now we are with JoJo, I think is her name, and she is a publicist, a book publicist, book publisher. I don't know what she is exactly, but so it's her, and she is like dating this married guy that she works with, so that's kind of and yeah, it's like her story, and I'm not sure how the two connect, but I know Gemma has a friend or like an ex-friend, maybe a frenemy of some sort, that wrote a book that is maybe about Gemma. I don't really know. There's a whole lot. Like Marian Keyes has long books, and so they're slow, and you're kind of like, how is this all going to connect? And then it does. So if you're a fan of Marian Keyes, so far this one is good. If you're not, I don't know where to even start with her, because they're all very long, very slow, and just kind of character studies, not a lot going on. So now I'm going to go home, see what state the girls are in, and try to find some fun indoor entertainment. Major League Baseball is back, and so we have been watching the Royals as much as we can, and so we might just turn on some baseball this afternoon if there is any. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea what we're gonna do all day. But then this afternoon I have the chiropractor, so the girls come with me to that, so that'll be fun. I'm just hoping I get unnumb by lunch, because of course you guys, I had the worst nightmare last night, and I don't even want to get into what it was about, but I woke up, like, today was one of those days where, like, the feeding schedule worked out perfectly that I could sleep to the last possible minute. Like 5:30 is the last time I can, like, the latest I can get up if I'm gonna work out before Ainsley gets up. And so it depends, like, when Annie eats in the night, if I can sleep till 5:30, and today it was gonna work out perfectly. And I woke up at 4:30 from this terrible nightmare. And so I had Annie in the room with me, and I like took all my restraint not to go get Ainsley, because I just hate nightmares. And so I don't know where I was even going with this, except that I'm really tired. Nap time, so I ate breakfast super early because I got up at 4:30. And so I ate breakfast super early, so I'm really hungry. It's 10:40 right now. I'm hoping in the next hour or two this gets better so I can eat something and then crash during nap time and then get up and go to the chiropractor. That's my hope. We'll see if it happens. I will check in when I have more to say about the other side of the story. Hey guys, so it's about 4:45 and we are just getting home from the chiropractor, and I read for a little bit during nap time, and I am kind of getting lost in JoJo's story. Like, I just am not that interested. She, like I said, is a book publisher. Like, she works for a publishing office, and it's just like really boring, and she's having this affair with this guy, and like there's her contract issues, and I don't know, I'm just really bored. So I'm hoping, I've got like 12 and a half hours left because it's a 17-hour audiobook, so I'm hoping I can get some more done tonight, and like I can get through, I think there maybe is 4 women in this story, so I'm hoping I can get to the next story pretty quick because I'm kind of over it. So yeah, I'm gonna go in now and feed Annie, make dinner, and then hopefully get some more reading done. So I will check in later. Hey everyone, it's Tuesday at 10:30 and we are just outside. It's actually not that hot, but the humidity is so high that like it's really uncomfortable. But we're gonna go for a walk, I think, and just play out here until we get too sweaty, and then we're gonna go inside. So as far as reading goes, I still have like 8 hours left in the other side of the story. I did get through JoJo's part. I had to go back and re-listen because I found myself just like zoning out. So there's Gemma, JoJo, and then Lily is the third. I think there's just the three because then it went through all their stories, and then now it's part two, kind of going back and forth. So I see how they all connect, and it's interesting. I don't know. So far, this is shaping up to be like a 3-star read. Don't love it, but I don't mind it. I just don't know that it's worth however many pages and 17 hours, but we'll see. So I'm going to keep working on that. Depending on what we do as far as a walk, I may put in an earphone and listen to it while we're out here, but I don't know. We'll see. So I will check in later. Hey everyone, it's like 1 o'clock or so. We just ate lunch and now we are outside doing sidewalk painting, because if you take sidewalk chalk and dip it in water, it turns into paint, and so you can mix them and do that. So that's what we're doing. It's a fun new activity that we are just like mind blown by, so that's awesome. Annie's sitting in her little bouncy chair. Everything is pretty calm right now, so I'm gonna put in my little headphone and listen to my book and paint with Ainsley, and then hopefully make some headway. I am like, I don't know if I've listened at all since last time I checked in. So yeah, I will check in later. Everyone, it is Wednesday at like 11:30 and I am waiting for grocery pickup. Just had my OB appointment, and you guys, I just turned on this camera to film this clip and I had like a massive, I think it was a blueberry skin right here in my teeth, and nobody told me. I hate when that happens. Like, it's embarrassing to be told, but it's more embarrassing not to be told. So yeah, that was great. But I had a good checkup. I got an anemia check because I was anemic throughout my pregnancy, so they want to check that. And so yeah, that is that's everything. So yesterday I attempted a nap with both girls, and Ainsley will not let nap like with me because she just gets too excited and like can't settle down, and she has napped with me once. And so I was like, well, let's just see, because nap time has been heck, because what do you do? Like, I can't figure out how to manage them both, and Annie ends up crying if I take her with me, but you can't really leave her. And so I don't know. So I put them both in my bed and said we're just all gonna nap, and it worked, and I am like in love with it. So I am gonna try that again today. So today Annie woke up at like 4:30, and so I'm like 5:30 is when I need to get up. So I was like, do I go back to sleep? Do I just get up? And I was like, I'm gonna just get up, so then I am ready for nap time at 2 o'clock. And it's 11:30 and I'm like ready for nap time. But hold on, my groceries are here. Okay, sorry, so I don't know where I was, but I just ran into one of my good friends here at the grocery pickup, and her daughter is 10 days older than Annie, so that was really fun to get to see the babies. She was standing outside like swinging the baby the whole time while she was waiting for her groceries, and I just had to do that the whole time in the appointment because Annie, like, we live maybe like 8 minutes from the OB, so it was not a long enough car ride for Annie to crash out. So then she was grouchy the whole time I was there, but now she's asleep, obviously. So anyway, reading wise, I finished The Other Side of the Story by Marian Keyes, and I'm gonna give it 3 stars. And it kind of put me in like a hangover because 17-hour audiobook is so long, and especially if it's not the best. So the story is about 3 women. Gemma, she is a like event planner or something. Her dad leaves her mom, and her mom just loses it, and so she goes to live with her mom basically. And I thought the way it was handled was okay for like a little while, but then Gemma's whole life was just run by her mom, and she wasn't like, there was no extra support. It was all on Gemma. And so like, I think this mom needed to be like in severe therapy and stuff. And Gemma like wrote a book about their relationship. Like, her whole life revolved around her parents separating, and I just like got bored of that. And I mean, it was interesting enough, but I was like, wait, okay, in real life, like let's do something to help this woman. So That was not great. And then JoJo is, I think I said she was a publicist or something. She's like a literary agent. And so she, it does things, I won't really say because it's kind of a spoiler, but anyway, she's also having an affair with one of the partners. And so that is that. And I think the book ended in a way that, in her story, that was not very realistic to life. But maybe I'm just a critic. And then the third one was Lily, and she was just such a pushover and like such a just kind of sad sack. And so after a while, it got tired. Like, I'm like, come on, girl, you got this. Like, be confident. And she was sweet, but it just, again, all of their stories, I was like, And JoJo, I told you I was getting lost, and I actually had to listen to sections multiple times because I just was like so uninterested. So 3 stars because there were good times, but it's like 540 pages. Did not need to be that long. I'm not sure if I'm still liking Marion Keyes. I also wonder if it's because I read that like memoir from her and found out she was like so cringy. I wonder if maybe like I can't separate the artist and the art. I don't know. So that's that. So I picked up What You Wish For by Catherine Center, and I am a Catherine Center fan girl. So far I'm like halfway through and I am really liking it. It is about a woman who is a teacher at this school, and she had taught previously with this guy who she just had this massive crush on, and she kind of made a fool out of herself because she was so like obsessed with this guy. Well, then this guy comes back into her life, and he's going to be the principal at her school, but he is completely different than he used to be. So I think it's kind of a play on that, like, be careful what you wish for, because now that he's back, he's not at all what she thought. And so it's that story. She is the school librarian, and the description of the library, I was like, take me there. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I was a kindergarten teacher before I went and got my master's. And so like teaching in schools, I love it anyway. And it gives me such a like cozy vibe. And then talking about this library was like, just need to be there. But it also like kind of made me sad because all of this stuff is going to be so different this year. Like, if there's even kids in school, will they be able to go to the library? How are they going to do that? I don't know. And it just kind of is sad to be like, oh, this is what the first day of school is supposed to be like. And instead here it's delayed, and if it's going to happen. And I mean, it's just the whole like end of July, early August excitement that comes with, for teachers anyway, is just not happening this year. And so that's sad. And she loves her job, and I just love hearing that about her. And the things I'm not loving is the principal that was there. He was like this perfect guy that was God's gift to everybody, just a saint. Everybody loved him. Of course, he died, and so it's like his sainthood is even more like, he was just so perfect that had no flaws. And I hate that trope because everybody has flaws. Somebody probably didn't like him. And then also just like it's kind of a hate to love, because he comes in, he's super duper grouchy. She's like, who are you? What is going on? And he is like to the extreme Miss Trunchbull. And then it just like kind of flips. And that's, hate to love is always hard for me because I feel like it's really hard for me to buy the flip. And this one also seemed to happen kind of quick. We're finding out why he is the way he is, and it's a very, very valid reason, but I just feel like he opened up and became vulnerable kind of randomly. So that is what I'm reading. As for the rest of the day, it's really cloudy again today, and so I'm going to go home. Ainsley stayed with my mom while I went to the appointment, so I'm going to go get her, and then we're going to go home, eat lunch, and then hopefully take an epic nap in this cloudy weather. And then, I mean, we really have nothing planned the rest of the day. So this was the big hurrah. So I will get on and let you know when I have more to say. Hey everyone, it is Thursday, and it is a sumo bun kind of day because we are having our 3rd day of rain, and it's just terrible weather outside. So we are stuck inside. So this morning my grandma came over, and today Ainsley is 2.5. And so my grandma came over and she brought her a Frozen book that she found at the Dollar Tree, and a coloring book about ladybugs and other bugs and dogs and stuff. And she loves it. So that is what we did this morning. As far as reading goes, last night I finished What You Wish For by Catherine Center, and I gave it 3.5 stars. It is not my favorite Catherine Center by far, but it was still cute. And like I had said in earlier clips, I really liked the like school setting, and I liked hearing the description of the way the school was. My complaint is just that it was like the male character was so extreme personalities in both cases. Like before, he was Mr. Goofy teacher, like over the top, just goofy and extreme, and then coming back he was like extreme trenchbull, like put locks on every door, put bars on everything, no field trips, no this, no that, just so extreme both ways that it made it feel kind of unbelievable. There also, like I said, was like the saint character that was passed away, and again it was just so extreme. And I like revised my statement about what I said about the hate to love happening too fast. There is a one of them gets sick, and so if you like that trope of like one of them gets sick and the other one has to take care of them, and that's when a lot of the bonding happens, that does happen in this book, but they're like the vulnerability started before that. And so like that is kind of forced vulnerability, and I like that trope, but it started before that, a little bit random, but not as bad as I made it out to be. So that's good. The romance was okay. The rest of the story was okay. I think that's really everything I have to say about it. This was a NetGalley book, so thank you to NetGalley and the publisher for allowing me to read it, even though it already came out middle of July sometime, so it is no longer an ARC, but it is a good book, and I would say check it out if you're a fan of Catherine Center. If you're not or haven't read her, don't start there. So yeah, there is also more familial relationships, like she has kind of like an adopted mom and dad, and their like biological daughter and how she feels about that. And her son is a student, and he is adorable. Like he is probably my favorite character in the book. He was so sweet, so kind, and the book ends in a very neat and tidy bow, and he is involved, and it's just very sweet. So that was good. And then I picked up The Perfect Neighbors by Sarah Pekkanen, and so far so good. It is just kind of like a domestic suspense. I think it is a thriller, but I would say definitely more like domestic suspense or drama. Basically it's about this group of women, housewife kind of things, and there's one of them that is just very mysterious. She's new to the neighborhood. She is very mysterious. We don't know what's going on, but we're getting little hints as to her past and what's going on. So I think it's just kind of how well do you know your neighbor. I went into this 100% blind, so I have no expectations, and so far so good. So I will update later. We are going to go take a nap, and it's so gloomy that I'm hoping we'll get a good nap. And then tonight we are making birthday cake and having that, and so that'll be really fun. And so we've got to get up and make it after nap, and that's the plan. So I will get on and update later. Hey everyone, it is Friday, woohoo, at almost 2 o'clock, and we're just getting home from the chiropractor. I feel like the only places we ever go are the chiropractor and the OB office, and in fact, I keep thinking I need to wash my mask, and I keep forgetting because I literally go these two places, and like grocery pickup, but I don't get out of the car, so I don't wear a mask to that, and I like don't contact them at all. So yeah, every time I go to the chiropractor, I think take that in and wash it. So I'm glad I'm on this camera, so I will hopefully remember. So as far as everything goes, today is finally sunny, and it's like 75. It is still pretty balmy, but like I'm wearing a thin sweatshirt right now because in the house and stuff it's like kind of chilly, and this morning it was like in the 60s, and so it is really nice. We got so much rain in the past 3 days, and it really helped cool things off a little bit, so that is great. It's sad to say we did not spend nearly as much time outside today as we should have. We just kind of did stuff around the house. Today Jeremy had meetings all morning, so I didn't have any help, which means everything took like 10 times longer than it needed to, but that's okay. So we got a little bit of outside time, but not much. And so now we are going to go in and take naps, and today will be day 4 of like just bringing the girls into bed with me, and I'm not sure if I've done a great thing or a terrible thing, because It's great. They both nap, and it forces me to like chill out and nap. But like today, I have so much laundry to do. I don't know if I told you guys, but we got a new bookcase in our living room, and and then I ordered some drawers for it, or like cubby hole things, and so it can basically just be for kids books and toys and that kind of stuff, because we have a playroom downstairs, but with Annie, like all of her stuff, her swing and stuff is upstairs, so a lot of toys have made their way up, and so it's just a disaster and it stresses me out. So I got this bookcase and cubby holes, and I have yet to organize it and put everything away, because if you guys have ever tried to organize with a 2-year-old, it's like brushing your teeth while eating Oreos. It is so defeating, because it's like you get things organized and then they're all right back out. So, yeah, all that kind of stuff I would like to do during nap, but I also should probably just lay down and relax. So as far as reading goes, I listened to The Perfect Neighbors while the girls and I were napping yesterday. I had Alexa read it to me, and then I fell asleep. So I basically got like nothing done. And then last night, the Royals were playing, so we watched some of that before bed, and then I think I read like 5 pages before bed, and that was it. So, and then today I have not done any reading, so I don't know who I am anymore or what's going on, how long. I think this book automatically returns either tonight or tomorrow morning, so I've got to get it done sooner or later. So I'm hoping today during nap I can listen to at least a chunk before I fall asleep, if I fall asleep. And then tonight, I don't really know what's going on. The Royals are playing again, and they're not playing until 7. They've been playing at 6, and so I don't know. I don't know if I'll watch the game or not, but we will see. It's kind of hard, like for other sports fans, for other sports fans, let me know if you're having a hard time getting into sports now that they're coming back. Like, I think the no crowd thing doesn't bother me, because if you're watching it on TV, it doesn't really matter anyway. But it's like, is there going to be like a World Series now? I mean, because I know they're being kind of strict about who plays who and who plays where. And like, as far as college football goes, they're sticking only with conferences. So I don't really know how everything's going to work. And like, I don't want to get invested and then just be like, okay, well, that's it. So I'm struggling a little bit with that, but it's still so nice to have baseball on in the background. So, yeah, I don't think I really have any other updates. I think that's it. So I'll just check in when I either finish The Perfect Neighbors. I keep wanting to call it Perfect Strangers, and that is not what it's called. It's called The Perfect Neighbors. And nothing really has happened in it, except for we're still just kind of with this group of people, and like there's like a community email going around, and for the first time ever, I live in a house now that has an HOA, and so they have like an email, which it's, if you are not familiar, HOA is a homeowners association, so it's like, for us, it's like $5 a year or something. I mean, it's something super cheap, but then it has like this community email and like a contact sheet, and like they can say what color your house can be and that kind of stuff. And it's very silly, but this is an HOA community in the book that they're all in contact, and there's kind of a lot of characters, but I'm like able to, once we get into their story a little bit, I'm like, oh yeah, that's who that is. So it's not, they're very different and differentiated well, and it, like, if you just say the name, I may not be able to tell you their storyline, but as soon as I hear a little bit, I can tell you. So the fact like that confuses me easily when there's a ton of characters like that. All of them have like significant others and kids, and so they're in like different relationships, so there are a lot of characters, but so far I'm doing okay with it, and I think I'm about halfway done. So that is all. This has been almost a 6-minute clip, so I'm going to let you go, and I will check in later. Hey everyone, it is Saturday at about noon, and we are just leaving the park. We came to a little neighborhood park and played earlier, so that was really fun. Just nice to get out of the house and do something semi-normal. So last night I finished The Perfect Neighbors by Sarah Pekkanen, and I think I'm going to give it 3 or maybe 3.5 stars. It is very much just a domestic thriller about all of these women in HOA community, and they all have secrets. There's one that I said from the beginning is really shy and like sketchy, and we're not sure what's going on with her. And we find out what happened in her past, and that's like it. Like I thought there would be a big twist at the end, but it just didn't happen. So for me, it was a little anticlimactic. And just for some reason, I think it's me, not the book, but it took me like days to get through. I wasn't super excited to pick it up. So I am giving it, I think, 3 stars. And then this morning I picked up Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, and so far I am loving it. I have it on audio, so that's really helpful, and I am just really liking it. It's about a man who he is a scientist. I think he's married with 1 kid. He goes to meet his friend at a bar and then pick up ice cream, and he gets like kidnapped, and now he's living like this alternate reality, like what would have happened if he would have chosen work instead of his family years and years ago. And he's so confused, has no idea what's going on. We're seeing both timelines. I am loving it. So that is it. Today is the first day of the summer fling, so if you're participating, woohoo. Dark Matter is my dark and dangerous. Definitely not a romance, but still counts. And yeah, so this morning I filmed a bunch and just kind of did stuff like that. And then this afternoon, I don't know what we're gonna do, but it's like 75, maybe 80, and beautiful outside, so hopefully a lot of outside time. And I will read more of Dark Matter probably just tonight. So I will check in later and let you know what I think. Sunday at almost noon, and we are just leaving a sports park here in our town. So I was thinking they've got huge grassy fields, so we brought our soccer ball, and I thought that would be really fun for us to just kick around the soccer ball. And so we did that, and then we brought the double stroller because there's like a 2-mile loop around it, and so we were gonna just walk it. But there's soccer going on, there's baseball going on, and so we just had the best time walking around, and Ainsley did so much running. So now we're gonna go home and eat some lunch and hopefully have some epic naps. And so as far as reading goes, last night I finished Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, and I am giving that 4 stars. I really enjoyed it, and I am not a sci-fi fan. So if you are weary of sci-fi, give this one a shot, because it is a very parallel universe story. And some of it, like, I finished it in the middle of the night, as I do. And it's probably not the best book to read in the middle of the night because there's a lot to like really wrap your mind around. It's this whole concept that basically every decision you make, what the paths you don't take, those things continue to happen just with a different version of yourself. And so there are tons and tons of versions of you in this parallel universe. And so this guy he is living this one life, and then he gets kidnapped, and he wakes up like 14 months later, has no idea what's going on. And so he's trying to figure out how to get back to his life. And I really was so interested, and like I said, not a sci-fi fan, so I was very pleasantly surprised, and overall just really enjoyed it. So I would highly recommend that one. I don't know if I'm in a rush to pick up any more Blake Crouch, because I've heard Dark Matter is like one of his best, but maybe I'm wrong, so if I am, tell me. So that fulfilled Dark and Dangerous for the summer fling prompt. And then I picked up Jenny Lopez Has a Bad Week, and this is like a novella. It's like 3.5 in the I Heart series by Lindsay Kelk. And this one I think takes place in a big city, or whatever the prompt is for that, because it does take place in New York. So this one it's 3.5 in the series. I've read the first 3 recently, and we know I am not a huge fan of Jenny Lopez, and this book is not helping me like her anymore. So I'm not that far into it, but hopefully I will get like a soft spot for her, because the way it is, I don't really like her. So that is that. I will check in later. I don't know how nap time is going to go or if it's going to be a long one, but the Jenny Lopez book is only 144 pages, so I may be able to finish it during nap time. I don't know. We'll see. Hey everyone, so it's like 4 o'clock, 4:30 on Sunday, and I just got punked by Jenny Lopez during nap. So I was reading it, and I had said it was like 144 pages, but it was actually like 63, and it stopped and then gave an excerpt of I Heart New York. And so that's what the rest of the book was. So I'm giving it 2 stars. I don't think it added anything to the story. I still don't like Jenny Lopez. And it was like, it started, she was having a bad week. She didn't have a boyfriend, she didn't have a roommate, and she didn't have a job. And so then as the week goes on, she gets all of those things, and yet she's still snotty. I still don't like her. Ugh. And it didn't add anything to the world. So if you're reading through the series, I'd skip it, especially if you're not a huge fan of Jenny Lopez. Gave it 2 stars, and that is it. So now Ainsley and I are sitting at her little table eating a snack, and then we are going to go outside and swing. And then tonight is Sabbath snacks for dinner, which if you haven't watched my channel, basically we just try not to cook on Sunday, and we just eat like leftovers or whatever's in the fridge. And so just random odds and ends, snacks, whatever. And that's our night. And so that's everything. That's gonna be the end of this vlog. If you have read any of the books I read, please let me know what you think. And if you are interested in any of them, let me know. Also, if you have read the I Heart series by Lindsay Kelk, let me know if it gets better. So that is it. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.